All right, folks, you know what time it is. It's rapid reactions. A whole lot of topics, a little bit of time. Jay, the floor is yours.
All right, the NBA has informed teams scheduled to play on Christmas Day to be prepared to play at different times than currently scheduled, depending on the impact of COVID over the coming days. What do you think of this, Drink?
Well, it's better than them saying that Christmas games are canceled. I like the flexibility. I welcome this news. No, okay, so what? If I think a game come on at 3:30 and it has to come on at 6:30, okay, at least I get to still see the game. So on and so forth. And I think this also goes for if they can't play the game on Christmas, they'll find a later date with that being Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, whatever the case might be, to play the game. So anything is better than hearing the game's going to be canceled or whatnot. So kudos to kudos to Adam Silver and the NBA for getting that rolling. Appreciate you for fellas in the back. Jacksonville State linebacker Abdul Malik McClain allegedly defrauded the government of hundreds of thousands of dollars in a COVID relief benefit, according to the reports from the Department of Justice. Care to speculate on the motive here, Jay?
Like, we mean he obviously just wanted some money. The government's out here just throwing money around, like he wanted his piece. He went a little bit crazy with it. I think he put in total he put in claims of up to almost $1 million, and they paid out well over 200,000. Well, I mean that's a lot. So you know what else was striking, and I think it don't have much to do with this, but there's a story about a Jacksonville State player caught up in this mess that did not elicit a quote from Deion Sanders was surprising to me. I would have liked to hear some thoughts from Prime Time. I would have. The top dual threat quarterback in the 2023 recruiting class, named Jaden Rashada, has signed an endorsement deal with a recruiting app company. Rashada is believed to be the first high school football player to get an endorsement and benefit from the new NIL rules. What'd you make of this?
So I think this is the part where people overlooked when everybody was so in a rush for kids to get paid, right? Kids should get paid for their talent. Now you got kids that's gonna be seniors and juniors in high school signing these deals, and the companies that sign them gonna expect something on their return. And this is about to get messy. This is about to get messy when you got kids that went from not working, not having to file taxes, to going to a pretty significant tax bracket right off the bat. I think this got a case of getting messy, man. These are high school kids that are now going to get paid to, sign and endorse and do whatever, and until they make it to college, and then I don't know, man. This seems like the rails could get off the tracks kind of fast here. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin said he doesn't regret trading pass rusher Melvin Ingram, despite the fact that the Steelers will have to deal with Ingram on Sunday when the Steelers play the Chiefs. You okay with Tomlin's line of thinking on this one, Jay?
Oh, well, Melvin Ingram in Pittsburgh, I think, had something like 10 tackles and 1 sack. And I think since he's joined Kansas City, he has like 10 more tackles and 1 more sack. So it's not like Melvin Ingram's out here just blowing up the stat sheet. But you know how I feel about Mike Tomlin. I love his attitude. I love his approach, and hit him with we want volunteers, not hostages. Hey, if you ain't with the program, you getting out of here. We ain't on that Tampa Bay stuff. Los Angeles Lakers big man Anthony Davis will miss the next 4 weeks with a knee sprain, and on Sunday he said he thought it was worse because he heard something pop. Any thoughts on this, Drink?
If Anthony Davis was a fellow Marine, I would say we had a word for him. And this dude is what I like to call a bro. Boop. For anybody that want to know what that is, hit me in the DM. But either way, I'm so sick of this. This guy's always hurt, always in medical, as we call it, but whatever they call it, a light duty. He's all. I thought it was worse. I heard something pop. Man, I'm so mad with Rob Pelinka, man. Like Rob Pelinka, we could have had somebody. Man, that's it. That's all I got for that. I'm just sick of him, man. It's just body parts just falling apart. The Oakland Athletics have promoted third base coach Mark Kosak to manager. What do you think of the hire, Jay?
I mean, third base coach. He's been a bench coach before. He does have, I think, replacing Bob Melvin. That's pretty big shoes to fill because Bob Melvin, I thought he did a fine job. When Oakland always had him in contention. I did read it appears like Oakland is a real small market. They're not able to sign most of their big time free agents because they just can't pay them as much. They may be looking at some type of a rebuild. So hopefully they're planning on being patient with Kotsay, and maybe that might be the best thing for them because they got the same expectations under him as they had under Bob Melvin. That might be a pretty high bar because the Astros, I don't think they're going anywhere yet. They're still going to run that division right now. Alabama's returning to their safety protocols from a year ago due to the recent issues caused by the coronavirus. Saban says more than 90% of the Crimson Tide players have been vaccinated and boosted. With that in mind, is the masking and social distancing necessary?
Yes, absolutely. Listen, our opinion here on a drink of wisdom, but what I can say is this worked for Alabama last year. Alabama was one of the few teams that did not have to halt a game or modify a game or whatever because of what they was doing during the COVID process. And so it's one of those mantras of if it's not broke, why fix it? So we're gonna go with since these positives are striking back high again. We're gonna go back to what we was doing that worked for us. Go back to that protocol. I mean, it didn't hurt. I mean, he still won a national championship. So, hey, it is what it is. Why not go back and do it all over again? Cardinals legendary wide receiver Larry Fitzgerald says the loss of DeAndre Hopkins does not have him planning to return to the field. Are you surprised that Fitz still hasn't retired yet?
Yeah, I forgot all about Larry Fitzgerald. I thought he had retired. So reading this story was oh yeah, he didn't retire. But he's not coming back because this will seem like a good opportunity to come in there and catch a few more passes and be a third down safety blanket of sorts. So yeah, with this I am surprised that he hasn't retired because he hasn't played all year and he hasn't shown any intention in playing. So yeah, I think the Cardinals could use him right now. On Sunday, former Auburn starting quarterback Bo Nix announced he is transferring to Oregon. Think he'll play better with the Ducks?
Yes, I mean he will have a weaker strength of schedule. And listen, I mean he gets a fresh start. I mean you got to think it was a stigma behind Bo Nix. They used to call him Bo Picks and they call him a whole bunch of things. So I think a fresh start under Dan Lanning, a guy that's familiar with what he can do, being the defense coordinator at Georgia. I think he should be able to play a little better out there with the Ducks, and easier competition usually get you into better competition. That's just me though. Last one, we got the 49ers, we got the Tennessee Titans tomorrow night. I mean for Thursday night football. Who you got? Who you got, Jay?
Who do you think I've got?
The 49ers.
Yes. I ain't picking the 49ers because I'm putting the Titans on. Fraud alert! Fraud alert! Yeah, they're going down. San Francisco gets them. All right, that concludes tonight's Drink of Wisdom. As always, like, listen, share, subscribe, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jay Wise.
And I'm Nathan Drinker. And remember, make tomorrow better than today and make today better than yesterday. And you know what we gonna do. We gonna holler at you until next time, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this is A Drink of Wisdom.